Hi there, my name's Callum Dougan, I'm 25 and I'm from Scotland, and I'm finishing up my Masters in Archaeology of the Near East at the University of Leiden in Holland. I got into archaeology to see the world, and so far, so good. I've dug across Europe, I've dug across the Middle East, I've walked into war zones, I've slept in no man's land, and I have had quite unsettling arguments with border guards, which I don't recommend, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. So I say that I study the Near East, but nothing's ever really as simple as that. And to demonstrate that point, I want to talk to you today about the coolest thing that I have ever seen. It's in the Hagia Sophia. The Hagia Sophia is in Istanbul, in Turkey, one of the grandest achievements of Byzantine architecture. It's not quite what we're looking for. To find what I'm talking about, we need to go inside. And inside, graffiti. Big deal, huh? Well, the thing is, it's not Greek, it's not Turkish. Those are Norse runes. And the question is, what exactly is a Viking doing in the pinnacle cathedral of the Eastern Roman Empire? Well, to answer that question, we're going to have to zoom out a bit. If you could say one thing about Vikings, it would probably be good with boats. The Vikings sailed quite freely across the Atlantic coasts, going pretty much wherever they wanted, until they ran into the Straits of Gibraltar. They couldn't cross the Straits of Gibraltar. Umayyad Caliphate, massive Islamic power, controlling the entire entrance to the Mediterranean Sea. Basically, they couldn't get in. However, you may have noticed those lines running over Russia. That might seem a bit strange. Russia, you know, it's dry land. How you can't sail across dry land? That doesn't make sense. Or does it? The thing about longboats is that they're not just for crossing the seas. They're light, they're narrow, they sit high in the water. What you can do with a longboat that you can't do with most other boats is you can sail upriver. And the thing about that, particularly with Russia, is that if you're willing to drag that surprisingly light boat, maybe a few miles here and there between rivers, you can literally sail across Russia. So, they sailed across an entire continent, as you do, and showed up in the Byzantines' backyard. The Byzantines had plenty of problems already. They were under attack from Lombards, from Turks, from Arabs, from Bulgars. You name it, the Byzantines were getting beaten up by them at this point. It's not a great time in Byzantine history. So they were probably a bit worried. Luckily, they managed to work out a deal. The Norse wanted riches. The Byzantines needed soldiers. And so a very interesting relationship was born, where the Norse served as the elite of the Byzantine armies. So there was good money in it. If you were someone like, say, Harald Hardrada, you could make your money over in Byzantium, fly back to Norway, and have so much money you could literally buy the kingdom. I think that's quite impressive. But when you weren't off killing the enemies of the empire, there was a lot of peacetime. There was a lot of guard duty. And quite frankly, given that he had to stand there every single Sunday, I don't blame Halfdan for his little touch of vandalism. In the end, the Norse literally sailed over Russia. If you don't think that's awesome, I got nothing. I just got nothing.